Hello everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day today. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Today I'm going to be covering how to get the Fixer. I have been getting a lot of questions about it and how to get it in my streams and just in comments in general. And it is an amazing weapon, so definitely want to show you how to get it, so let's get into it here. Okay, so one of the ways to get it is to do the Encrypt It event. Now, there's a whole storyline involving this as well. I will link it in the description on how to complete this, but I just want to go over Encrypt It here quick. So you start it over here, and if you are going to start it after you're done the mission, make sure you have people in the server that are going to come help you, or even some friends online. This is a tough mission. And keep in mind, if you do aim at the legs, you can cripple the sheep squatch. Just throwing that out there if you got concentrated fire on. You definitely want to be aiming at the legs. And like I said, when you're done finishing up this quest, you want to make sure there's some people in the server that can help you complete this. This is not really a solo event. And doing the whole mission will lead to you doing this event, basically. And like I said, again, I will link this in the description. And basically, this is where you can get the Fixer plan from doing this mission or a little public event that you can start up. And you can start it up as many times as you want after you beat this mission. You cannot get a chance to get the Fixer plan if you do not complete this quest. And you can start it by going to any of these posters at the train stations. I'm going to show you where the one is at White Springs here, and then I'll show you where the one is at Point Pleasant here. I think it's at most train stations. And again, I will link a video in the description guiding you all the way through this quest, and there's probably some other pointers in that video as well. But yeah, here we are at the Point Pleasant train station, and it's just you go up to the poster again to activate the mission. If it doesn't work, then you probably already have the mission activated. And keep in mind, another way to get the Fixer is to have a friend drop it for you, even a high level if they want to drop it for you. Just keeping in mind you can get it that way. Also keeping in mind that you cannot scrap the Fixer. So to get the mods for the Fixer, you're gonna want to scrap combat rifles, and you will be able to put the same mods on a Fixer that you get from the combat rifle. Now, if you want to get combat rifles, the best way to get it is a plan, or you can just go around fighting Scorch. They tend to drop combat rifles fairly often. But if you do just want to get a combat plan and you don't have it, you can just come out of the vault with a new character and select Commando, and when you come out, you will have a plan for the combat rifle. Now, you can drop this to a friend, or just do what I did if you have a private server here. Just drop it in a private server and then hop on the character you want to have it, and then just come over to wherever you drop it and pick it back up. Obviously, this would be best done with a friend, so you can give them the plan, and then they can just hang on to it and give it to whatever character you want to hop on. So yeah, just in case you don't have the plan. Okay, so once you get the mods for the weapon as well, what I would go with is a powerful automatic receiver or the automatic prime receiver, whatever suits your fancy. Obviously, ultrasight ammo is going to be a little bit more expensive. I would go with the aligned stock I think I picked here, or was it the true stock? It was one of them. You really just want to pay attention to the numbers on the left. What you're really looking for is AP cost, and that's probably one of the more important things. Even the weapon degradation, like how long the weapon will last before it breaks. You can see the differences in the stocks here. I think that's why I actually change it to the forceful stock, if I'm not mistaken, just because it has a bigger health bar. And it still had the same amount of AP cost. I just lost a little bit of VATS accuracy, which isn't really a big deal for me because I'm a low health build and have tons of AP. Now, just to throw it out there as well too, you can get some skins for this weapon as well. It'll work on the combat rifle or the Fixer. And you just come over here to Gilman's Lumberyard and you can talk to June, and she will have 3 plans for you, which will give you 3 paints for the Fixer or the combat rifle. I highly recommend just starting out with the combat rifle while you're trying to get the Fixer. They're very similar. And these are what those 3 paints look like. So here's the Vault-Tec paint, and then we have the Rusted paint, and the gunmetal paint. Nothing overly impressive, but you know, it's nice to have a couple of skins for the weapon. I hear people in the comments all the time, or even on my streams, wanting the fixer paints that I have. So maybe you can't get the ones that I have, but you can get these ones at least. And just to talk about legendary effects, like Bloodied is great if you're low health, anti-armor, even a Vampires is a good one. I even found Two Shots not too bad with a fixer. You probably want plus critical damage if you're a crit build, or if not, faster fire rate or explosive, and less VATS cost for the 3rd stars, the type of legendary effects you're going to want to be going for. I did include a build here if you want to do the Stealth Commando thing. I did put this together fairly quickly, but it is a solid build, I'm telling you that. But I just want to throw it out there that I'm not too familiar with Stealth Commando builds, and I do encourage you to check out some other people's videos if you really want to commit to the Stealth Commando build. But if you're just like a run and gunner like me and you're not worried about, you know, doing the stealth thing, then this build will work great for you. And just to throw it out there too, if you want to go full health, these perk cards will work great as well. Just maybe take off Nerd Rage because you're not going to be taking advantage of the low health. And here's the legendary perk cards that I'm using as well. I also did include a beginner build here, which we're going to be showing. So if you want to work your way up to this build, which is basically just a commando build, it can be low health or full health, whatever you want to go for. And this is where you would want to start beginning with your build. You're going to want all those perk cards under Perception, Tenderizer, and Bloody Mess. You're really going to want to get all the damage you can out of the build. And like I said, this is for beginners. I didn't even have any legendary perk cards on. And the best thing about this weapon is just its ability to sneak with it. Like you can see, these super mutants really just can't really tell where I am. They're having trouble finding me. And not to mention that the weapon is extremely overpowered, especially if you're going to go for that ranged sneak attack stuff. But even if you're running and gunning, like that super mutant couldn't even find me there. But yeah, even if you're running and gunning, this is a great build. It really takes advantage of the covert operative and the follow through perks the fixer does, just because its ability to stay in sneak mode, for lack of a better way to put it. It just really has tons of damage if you're going to be sneaking around, and it's definitely the best gun for a stealth commando build, in my opinion. You'll just destroy enemies. It'll be a joke. Awesome gun. One of the best guns in the game is the Fixer. I really need to do a little bit more homework on a Stealth Commando build myself and maybe try it out, but I do know they are really great. And like I said, even if you don't want to go the Stealth Commando way, the build I included will more than, you know, get the job done, I assure you. You'll be able to take out Scorch Beast, Queens, and all that by yourself once you get that endgame build going. And if not, you might want to start with the beginner build. And as always, everybody, I hope this, helps some people get the Fixer. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.